Hello and welcome to All for Hunters. We're here at the IWA, finally the IWA at the Yukon Pulsar booth. I'm here with Liutas Abisala, Head of Marketing, and he will show us what new products Pulsar has for us for this year. Liutas?
Hey Franco, thank you. Yeah, so we have a lot. There is just a few that we brought to show you now. We're going to start off with something totally new, what we call Telos. This is a Telos XP50. So this is our new top high-end monocular that's replacing the very popular and much beloved Helion series. Big things about this device is obviously has the 50mm 1.0 lens, 640 17 micron 18 NETD sensor. So
that is amazing.
Our first 18 NETD sensor, first in the line. We're going to have more products coming out with that new sensor. But this is not the only big thing about it. We made massive overhaul of the whole design. We introduced new way of doing digital zoom. So as you can see, we have two kind of focus rings. This one is for the focus, and then this one does digital zoom.
Digital zoom.
So it's not more familiar as your camera.
Very intuitive.
So exactly, we wanted to make it as intuitive as possible. You have the laser rangefinder at the bottom, so we wanted to make sure that you're ambidextrous and you can use it with both hands. We still have the hand strip, which you can flip from one side to the other, so whatever you're using, your left or right hand, you can do that. We have a new battery system, which is now you can charge it directly. You don't need a battery pack. This is, you don't need a charger, sorry. This is going to be a battery pack we're going to be using for many years. Also, you can charge it on your charging mat.
So basically, it's smartphone friendly because it has a USB-C and it works with the same pads your smartphone would work.
So kind of those are the big things. And but the biggest thing about it is with the Telos line, we are launching something we're calling upgradable devices. So we are starting with the XP, but we will also release a XQ 384 17 micron, XG 640 versions. And for example, you purchase XQ without laser rangefinder, you use it for some time and feel like, this is not enough for you. You want to upgrade with a newer sensor, with adding a laser rangefinder. You can register with us, ship it to us, and we will replace that for you. So you only pay
full modular design.
Exactly. You only pay for the changes done, not for a totally brand new device. We're still developing the system of how to do that, and probably going to launch it in 2024. But if you buy Telos now, that device is already going to be upgradable, and we will be able to do that in the future. So essentially, these devices are future-proof. We're going to release a new sensor. You don't have to buy a whole new device. You register, you send it to us. We change the sensor, charge you for that bit, ship it back to you.
One last thing before we move on the new products. I have seen that you have a trend going on with a design language that is basically making the devices as much as elegant as similar to daytime quality scopes as possible. And this is continuing that trend with the Thermion and the other products we've seen in the previous lines.
That's why, this Telos is also covered in kind of this rubberized surface, so it's non-slip. It's very shock-proof. And we try to and mostly succeed in building devices that are not only very high quality image-wise, but also touch and feel-wise as well.
Now we're going to talk about now the new clip-on attachment, the Krypton 2, I believe it is. And can you show us the features of this new product?
Of course. So we're launching the Krypton 2 series with two versions. We have the Krypton 2 FXG50. So that's a 640 12 micron 50mm lens. And we also have the XQ35, so the 384 17 micron sensors. Essentially, housing is very similar. Comparing to the older version of the Krypton, it is slightly smaller. It is slightly lighter as well. We moved the battery pack system to the top, so it has a better balance when you're shooting in comparison to the previous one, was a little bit leaning towards the left side. We moved all the controls, because we put the battery here, to the left side, But even if you're a lefty, and you need to reach out only to power it up and focus, because it comes with a remote control, and you have all the controls.
Very classical remote control.
Yes.
Very familiar.
It is a familiar one, right? So we introduced some new features on this one in comparing to the older version. So now it has a full color screen, so you can use your color palettes. We also introduced something that was wanted before. So it has an adjustable graphic interface. So if you go to a high magnification, and you no longer see the status bar and the menu, with the press of a button, that menu kind of zooms into the center.
Okay.
So even at high magnification, you can see your status bar, your recording status, your menu, etc., etc., etc.
Okay.
And having a better lens, better sensor, we're using now the Lin-Red sensors in this one. It's a much clearer, crisper image for a very, very good price as well.
Okay.
On top of that, for the markets where you cannot use it as a front attachment, you can just, and by the way, it's a new bayonet.
I can hold it for you for the moment?
Yes, thank you. Yes. Bayonet adapter. You can also purchase a monocular version. As you can see now, we changed it to 3X instead of 5X. So it's a smaller one that attaches, and you can use this as a monocular as well.
Okay. Now we're going to do something very interesting now, as the merger has additional products, and we're going to see those products now.
Yes, so last year I think we introduced the merger line, which became instant classic.
Yes.
The Accolades 2 already made binoculars popular. Mergers, they just exploded. So extending that product line, what we did, we're launching the new XQ35. So kind of closer to the medium range price-wise. As you can see, it's really small. It's much smaller than the XP version.
Much more compact.
Much more compact. The price is also friendlier. It utilizes the 25 millikelvin 384 17 micron sensor, 35 millimeter 1.0 lens, same laser rangefinder that goes up to 1 kilometer. All the features that you're used to in the merger, they're there. I think it's going to be an absolutely popular device. Those who have tried, hunting with binoculars know how comfortable it is in comparison to the binocular. So I think this is going to be very, very popular.
But I think you still have a surprise for us, which is not yet available, but it will be in a pretty near future.
So this is another expansion to the merger line, and as you can see, again, just for the size-wise, for the XQ, we have what we call Merger Duo NXP50. So it's our multispectral binoculars that have the thermal XP50 device in it, and it also has the ultra-sensitive HD night vision.
So basically it's daytime, nighttime, and thermal all rolled into one. But we'll see all additional features of this in the upcoming future.
Yes.
Because it will be available in?
We're planning to have that in the markets in the second half of the year. So for now we're showing it off, but it should be available in the markets around August time.
Thank you, Liudas. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you, Franco.
Please continue following all4hunters.com.